What's up, Wearable DAO and Crypto Voxel Metaverse community? This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible Today, and Non-Fungible Tomorrow. And welcome to the Chinese Red Fashion Show. And so before we start, I'll grab a seat, find a place to have a perfect view, and so that you make sure you don't miss anything in this fashion show. So before we begin, because this event is gonna start 5 minutes later, I just want to go through with the people who are watching this what this Red Fashion Show is about, and also how many effort has been put into this fashion show. So the fashion show is hosted by Wearable DAO, and it celebrates the Chinese New Year with a fashion show. And the wearables that are featured in this catwalk that you will see later has been submitted by the public since December 27th, and this features designers from everywhere around the world. So this is actually their Medium article, Metaverse Fashion Show Countdown, Wearable DAO China Red Fashion Show is waiting for you. So in the foreseeable future, the metaverse will once again liberate human life. And in this virtual space, we will unlock our new selves and witness a world where everyone can express their personality and interpret the trend. What is individuality? What is the trend? From our point of view, being able to use clothing to express our thoughts and idea is individuality. It is the trend. It may be difficult to do so in life, but now we have the metaverse as a free and open space. Based on this concept, Wearable DAO, which focuses on the metaverse wearables, was formed, while the first fashion show for the Chinese metaverse community is quietly brewing. So everyone, if you're watching this video, if you're watching the stream, if you're in Crypto Voxel, you are witnessing history right now, because this is the first fashion show for the Chinese metaverse. So today, in just 3 minutes, the Wearable DAO's China Red Fashion Show will be unveiled in the dome of Crypto Voxel platform. So if you're watching this, if you're not in Crypto Voxel, go to their Twitter, click on their link and join them, because it's very exciting, and I'm going to show you what it looks like live later. And for this fashion show, there's a dozen companies, institutes, individuals are participating, and there are several prizes for both content creators and also visitors, so everyone has a chance to be rewarded. And to welcome the Chinese New Year, the theme of this show is Chinese Red, and to showcase the clothes, Wearable DAO has rented the dome on Crypto Voxel platform, and to review the trend of metaverse. We are waiting for you. So this is the event schedule happening very soon, just a few minutes of time. We're so excited. And so if you are not there yet, go click this link and join the fashion show, okay? So there is different awards. There's the Sunshine Award, there's the Lucky Award, and the Creators Award. So if you want a Sunshine Award, you follow Wearable DAO's Twitter, which is @WearableDAO, and enter the Wearable DAO Discord link to receive a small gift from the sponsor, and enter the form and leave your ETH address after completing the task, and the link to the form is on the Medium article. The Lucky Award is for 10 lucky visitors that will be randomly selected, and each will receive one wearable reward from the creator. The creators' reward is those who participate in the in-venue showcase walkthrough will receive one free use of the promoter's venue if holding any event, priority assignment of orders. The event is organized by Wearable DAO, promoters, Meta Estate, Meta Cat, Meta Landscape, Tingdao, Meta Focus, participants like Chicoo Mao, DigiFun, Breaking Panda, Lex Moda, Kubis, SeedDAO, and MetaLight are heavily involved, with strategic support from media parties like Blocklight, O'Daily, and Pan News. So as you can see, this is a big event that's happening in just 2 minutes. We are now counting down to 2 minutes. So it's very exciting. As you can see, this is the event right now. Everyone is crowded, and I think a lot of people is watching this video live at the same time. We are all anticipating for this event, and we are really excited. And throughout this whole event that will happen in 1 minute, I will be talking about the clothes that are coming up, about the designers, the design concept, and so on. So without further ado, let's enter the event venue. So as you can see, everyone is anticipating for the event. Alright, it's almost time to start the event. So for those of you who are standing on the catwalk, try to move somewhere else, stop blocking the stage so everyone can have a clear view. Especially those who's blocking the camera. Really cool things that's happening. A lot of people just chilling, vibing. So as you can see, there were 41 nearby players, so a lot of people is anticipating for the event, really excited. And like most fashion show, it takes time for the models to prepare, for the team to warm up, so don't worry, we're gonna start momentarily. So before we begin, let me talk about the event. For those of you who do not know, this event is hosted by Wearable DAO and co-hosted by many major partners within the space, such as Meta Estate, Meta Cat, Meta Landscape, Tengdao, Meta Focus, and they do have media partners such as Blocklight, Old Daily, Pan News. And in this fashion show, we have 16 wearable designers from all over the world, and their submission will be exhibited in the show. The event is currently broadcasted live in English by me on YouTube, and there are actually other MCs that are broadcasting this event at the same time in Mandarin for the Chinese audience on the Bilibili platform. So as each model walks down the aisle, I will talk about the design and about the designer. And using this opportunity, we would like to thank all the designers that took part in this event, the media partners and other co-hosts for supporting Wearable DAO's Chinese web fashion show. And this event would actually be conducted in two phases. The first one would be the catwalk, which would display the works of the 16 wearable designers. And during the second phase, the stage would be open for the public to try walk down the aisle with these wearables. So as you can see, a lot of people are really excited for this event, and you see, look, and also what's interesting is that all of these wearables are actually being displayed around the venue, so it's really cool. Alright, the first catwalk is starting right now. And representing Meta Cat, this is the work of the designer Don Xue. The wearable is titled Pink Cheongsam or Chicoo Mao. When it comes to Chinese web fashion show, one cannot help to think about the beautiful buttons and elegance of the Chinese Cheongsam. This set of Cheongsam is pink with a fan and an oil umbrella, a symbol of elegance and class. The head of this design was given by the organizer of the last MVMPF fashion show. The color of the head matches the style of the design, and therefore the designer Don Xue have decided to use this. So as you can see, this is the design and this is the umbrella. And she is waving to everyone. And it seems like a lot of guests are so excited to, join the catwalk with her. Hello, everybody. So for those of you who missed, this wearable is titled Pink Cheongsam, and when it comes to the Chinese red fashion show, one cannot help think about the beautiful buttons and elegance of the Chinese Cheongsam. This set of Cheongsam is pink with a fan and an oil paper umbrella, a symbol of elegance and class. The head of this design was given by the organizers of the last MVMF fashion show, so that's why the designer decided to use this. Now we have another show that's showing up now. This next design is actually by Meta Estate and it's called Here Comes the God of Wealth. The Chinese New Year is inseparable from welcoming the God of Wealth. The God of Wealth comes with gold ingots in his hand, indicating that the door of wealth will open and good luck will come to those that invite him. As you can see, he is vibing with his gold ingots below his feet. As you can see, he's really happy, and this is actually the God of Wealth. See that in his hand. Alright, the next design is coming up. The next design is by Meta Landscape. During Chinese New Year, there is no shortage of pictures for warding off evil spirits. Featured here is the legendary Chinese general Guang Gong from the Three Kingdoms, and he is the figure that is present in Chinese culture for warding off bad spirits, and is mostly featured as one of the door deities of the Chinese New Year's pictures. He also symbolizes the spirit of loyalty and righteousness. As you can see, this is Guang Gong and his sword or something like that, or spear. Like, this is a very legendary general in the Three Kingdoms, so if you have heard of the Three Kingdoms, you probably heard of Guang Gong. Alright, so Guang Gong has just finished walking the catwalk. We're now waiting for the next one. Okay, coming up next. This represents Dao and is the work by the designer Voxel. This wearable is titled The Lantern Snowman with the Tiger Head. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it is at the back coming. So let's give them some time. With Chinese New Year just around the corner, this little snowman is wearing a tiger hat and holding his lantern lamp to send blessings and Chinese New Year love to the audience. So as you can see, the snowman is slowly walking down the aisle. So you can see that there's a snowman here, and then there is also a lantern and a tiger head. Wow. So she can even fly. So this is a very cool snowman that could fly, could dance. She even knows Kung Fu. That's really cool. Yeah. Very, very cool. Alright, we have the next design coming up from the background. This next design is by Chicoo Mao. The design comes from Chicoo Mao's Me Defined collection, which does not have a clear backstory or self-definition. This piece is more of a designer's summary of an experience, a creation that breaks from the tradition. The designer has incorporated visual elements and elemental collusions. In the new century, it breaks the shackle of traditional definition and refuses to be defined. On the wearable, some colors are adjusted to make the set more appropriate for the Spring Festival. Wow. Alright, now we're waiting for the next one. As you can see, everyone is having a good time, you know, just vibing. Oh, someone is even a camera. So as you guys can see, this is really cool. The metaverse is just really cool. People are just very creative. Yeah. Alright, we have the next piece by designer Sue Chun. For those of you who do not know, Nezha is a Chinese deity, usually depicted as a child. This design is called Nezha Series 1 with the laughing Nezha head avatar, which was actually donated to the designer's friend. At the same time, it provided inspiration for this series of clothing. Nezha Series 1 is composed of a small waistcoat and a small skirt for the Spring Festival. As you can see here, the inspiration of the shoe actually comes from Nezha's Hot Wheels, which he uses to commute, which is kind of like a hoverboard. Oh, and he's flying. So in the Chinese mythology, Nezha is a child deity and he flies on a pair of Hot Wheels, which is basically wheels on fire. So this is a tribute to that character in that mythology. And it seems that everyone is just flying, just chilling, just vibing. And people just dancing. Oops. I accidentally started a stream. Anyways, the next piece is by designer Yu Jiawu from BCA, and it is also about the god of wealth. For those of you who do not know, the god of wealth is the god in charge of wealth in Chinese folklore. So this is actually the god of wealth. See, everyone's just having a good time here. Just vibing. Alright, our next design is up here. Representing Digifun, the creation is by designer Young. Digifun is a creative and entertainment gathering platform for the metaverse. This piece comes from the Da Ming Fu collection, which is based on a classic masterpiece puppet show called Da Ming Fu, which roughly translates to the Ming Dynasty provincial officials. The first character is a provincial official in the opera. The dress is mainly red and there's a small number of complementary colors. The upper clothing is a main style clothing in bright red color with a black gauze hat and a small banana fan. As you can see, this is a guy who's just vibing, just chilling. He's a provincial official. So basically in the Ming Dynasty you have different provinces, right? And then you have provincial officials that are actually in charge of judging things and stuff like that. So this is actually a collection in a classic Chinese opera. So don't misunderstand this. This is not the god of wealth, but an official. So it's really cool. Everybody's just chilling and vibing, just appearing randomly on the catwalk, even though they're not supposed to. But it's all cool. Everyone having a good time. Alright. So I think this is the camera from the Chinese broadcasters. So everybody is broadcasting live. Really exciting. Alright, the next design is here. The next design is the work by Wako Sako, and in the designer's own word, the wearable is titled Yellow Futuristic Samurai, inspired by the ancient armor for future skirmishes protection with GM prominently displayed on the chest, with cyborg legs, heels, horns, jetpack propulsion on the backpack and hands, and an LED display of Ethereum on the backpack. I wonder if Wako Sako knows that samurais are actually from Japan instead of China. But jokes aside, the dedication to details for this piece is off the charts. So this is the piece. As you can see, this is actually a samurai with the word GM in front of him, and also Ethereum LED at his back. Alright. Alright, the next piece is coming. Next, representing Breaking Panda is the work of Cheongsam. Breaking Panda is a metaverse IP with limited edition of wearables called Break Da Infinity for the Year of the Tiger. So combining the current street fashion elements and the theme of the Chinese New Year of the Red Tiger to create limited edition tiger hats, matched with sexy leopard print dresses and a pair of high top trendy sneakers. Last but not least, as well as a pair of rings from Cubis, which is a designer that we'll feature later. The designer hopes that everybody's wishes will come true in the Year of the Tiger. As you can see, there's the tiger hat and also a panda face, which is the IP, Breaking Panda. And there's also a pair of rings achieved by Cubis. So as you can see, everything is very exciting. There's a huge crowd here just enjoying and vibing. And it seems like the next piece is ready to come up. Alright, the next piece is coming up, which is from Cheongsam and Lex Moda. So as the shoe steps out from between the two red doors, it is a metaphor for moving forward with your dreams to a greater vision. And the design is actually based on a Chinese character Si, which means happiness. So the person in the middle is not the design, but it's actually the shoe that is actually coming out. So don't mistake it. This shoe is actually based on a Chinese character, which means happiness. As you can see, this shoe. So this is the cool thing about the metaverse. You could be anyone, you could be anything. Your design could be a panda. It could be this guy who's just chilling and vibing. And also this one, who's just flying. Alright, it seems like everyone is very excited to come up. Our next design is, just lining up at the backstage, just going in and back and forth. Alright, Alright, the next design representing CTAC is the work by Junjun, a piece called Lantern Costume. Chinese lanterns symbolizes the meaning of reunion and are used to create a festive atmosphere. Using lantern as the creative inspiration combined its shape, the red and yellow color makes the clothing more festive and full of joy for the Chinese New Year. So as you can see, this guy is actually a lantern. And then at his back, there's actually a Chinese character saying China. Really cool, and it just goes and goes and keep going. So as we wait, oh, here it is. Still chilling, having a good time, cheering for his country, and cheering for the Chinese New Year because everyone gets red packet. And for those of you who like this narration, if you want to give me a web packet, I definitely welcome that, or send me an NFT if you like this. Anyways, jokes aside, Chinese New Year is a event, a festival where people reunite with the family members, have a good time together. Like how we are having a good time here in the metaverse and creating history by having the first metaverse Chinese fashion show. Oh, right. The next one is actually on the stage. Oh, he's actually flying. Coming up next is the work by Cubist. The Year of the Tiger series is a special edition wearable for Crypto Voxel for the Year of the Tiger and is designed for the Chinese Red fashion show. The series colors are composed of Chinese red and golden yellow, while highlighting the Year of the Tiger. The highlights are the tiger Chinese character that runs through the wearable and the English word tiger embellished with tiger stripes, and a playful and cute tiger tail. There is also a pair of wings, which means that in the Year of Tiger, the designer wishes everyone like a tiger with wings so that you can fly to the moon. So this is the wearable, just chilling. Okay, he's flying and he's heading closer to us. As you can see, it's actually a tiger, and that he has his wings. So as you can see closely here, there is actually the word tiger that I just mentioned. And then actually throughout the whole clothes, the design is actually based on the Chinese word tiger as well. So look at those sneakers, those are really cool tiger sneakers if you pay attention to the details. So for those of you who are wondering why everything is tiger related, 2022 is actually the lunar year of the tiger. And you know, for each different lunar year, there is different animals representing the year. And this year so happens to be the tiger. So everything that you see here is themed using a tiger. Alright, the next wearable is coming up. And representing Seed DAO, oops, where is he going? Okay, here he is. Representing Seed DAO is the work of Slime DL. This is a three-piece suit combining the elements of the Year of the Tiger and the theme of Chinese Red. In the design, the traditional Chinese tiger hat and shoes are combined with modern shoes and sweater to show the design idea of contemporary trends. So as you can see, this guy is just vibing and chilling and dancing hip-hop, but using a hint of Chinese style. And he's just doing jumping jacks and things like that. Alright, the next design is waiting to come up at the back. Oh, no, he's just he gone back inside, but okay. Everyone's just having a good time. Alright, the next design is coming up. The design is by Meta. In a blink of an eye, we are now entering 2022. The tiger symbolizes good fortune and prosperity combined with the year of the tiger. The designer thought that creating a costume using the tiger as a theme. The metaverse is actually a product of technological development, so they considered using tiger and mecha, and at the same time combining Chinese martial arts. So good magic weapons, red spiked sword, and a collision of traditional and technology to produce the set of Kung Fu Tiger. So as you can see, he is actually a Kung Fu Tiger and a mecha with different weapons, and as you can see, a sword and the gold at the back, on the top of the back of his head. This is really cool. He knows Kung Fu, so don't stand too close to him. Wow. Just be careful. Make sure he don't kick you by accident. Oh, and he can fly as well. So this is a design by Meta Light. Its inspiration is, of course, the Year of the Tiger, and also because the metaverse is a technological development, they wanted to combine technology with the traditional. It seems like our next design is ready to come up. Alright, the next design is by Pan News, titled Tiger Suit. 2022 welcomes the Year of the Tiger, and therefore this suit contains elements of the tiger and is equipped with a tiger tail to reflect a little bit of playfulness. So this is from Pan News. As you can see, there's a tail at the back. So, alright guys, basically this is round 1. There's a few more rounds of the other different designs. Now we are waiting for round 2. Alright, round 2 is starting right now next to the second round of the fashion show. This design is designed by Don Swear from Mecha. Blue Cheongsam itself is the continuation of the pink Cheongsam that we just saw at the beginning. This set is relatively fresh and elegant, and the Chinese Spring Festival is dominated by red, but the harmonies of other color is also indispensable. And the fan pattern, if you look closely, is actually a pawn locust, which contrasts very nicely with the Cheongsam. So if you have a chance to look at the fan, this is actually a lotus. As you can see. So this is broadcasting live also to our Chinese audience in Bilibili platform. Ooh, there she goes. Alright, we have our next design, and from Mecha Estate, we have Tiger Head Host Blessing. In the year of this tiger, this wearable brings fortune. The Chinese character of Fu is on the chest. This is actually a Chinese character called Fu, so basically it means blessing. And according to the designer, he wants everyone to make a lot of money in the year of the tiger and become rich and free. For those of you who do not know some lore, this Chinese character is actually flipped around. When it flipped around, basically it means blessing comes to me. So this Chinese character Fu, it's actually been flipped around. So the correct writing is flipped around, but because people want the blessing to come into the family, so they flip it so the blessing could. And when you flip it, the word is actually Fu Dao. Dao basically means flip. The word Dao basically means come to me. So this is just some interesting fact. So if you like what you see, remember to give me a web packet during Chinese New Year. I definitely open that. I'm open to that. Just kidding. Alright, it seems like our next design is coming. The next piece is from Meta Landscape. When the Chinese Red Fashion Show meets the Year of the Tiger, there is nothing more suitable than a set of Prosperous Tiger wearable. As you can see, this is also themed using a tiger. You have the tiger head, and also you have his paws on his hands and legs. I'm not sure if you noticed, but this guy Anomalous is sitting there. It looks like he's sleeping. So anyways, alright. We're gonna go to our next one very soon. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am, because there's actually, being someone who could read Chinese, you could see a lot of details that is written on the wearable. So basically they embedded the Chinese character onto the wearable. And they are very creative in the ways that they do it. So this is really cool. So for those of you who do not know box art, basically they have to add this one by one. So this is a lot of dedication to details, a lot of time being spent making this. So this is really impressive, to be honest. And what is so meaningful is that through this we are actually promoting the Chinese culture with people. So if you're watching this overseas, this is actually part of Chinese culture. Oh right, sorry. It seems like our another piece is from Qingdao from designer Roxy. This is the Angel of Fortune. It is the Chinese New Year guardian from Qingdao. She wears a tiger hat and peach blossom Cheongsam, spotting the colors of spring. With the pink wings spread behind her back, the pink bow and arrow with a Chinese knot are her mysterious magic weapon, which can bring sweetness and good luck to everyone on Chinese New Year. So this is the Angel of Fortune from Qingdao. Oh, actually, this is the Angel of Fortune, which is designed by Roxy. And then this is actually the snowman with the lantern and the tiger hat that was being displayed. So it's actually the same thing that we just saw just now, but this is actually two pieces. So you have the Angel of Fortune, which is here, and she has a bow and arrow, and she brings good fortune and sweetness and good luck to everyone on Chinese New Year. And on her back is actually another wearable, which is actually the snowman with the tiger hat, which is pretty cool. Very cute. Look at the attention to details. Look at the heart over there. This is perfect for Valentine's Day. Look at the attention to details on her shoes. Look at those reins. Look at that bow and arrow over there. It's just floating there. Alright, our next one is coming. So in this one, Nezha Series 2 by Searching, this Nezha wears a shirt and holds the Qin circle. In ancient Chinese myth, he is immortal and is known as the third prince with great magical powers. The smiling Nezha head avatar is also given by a friend to the designer. The reason for putting the crown on Nezha is because this is the designer's birthday wish to her friend, and the designer's friend often uses this avatar. At the same time, the crown and Nezha matches nicely because Nezha is supposed to be the third prince. So in his hands, this is actually the Qin circle, and then on the head, there is actually a crown. So this is Nezha. So as we previously introduced, this is actually a series of 3, so there will be another Nezha series coming. But this is the one that is sporting the Qin circle, and also a shirt. And the wings on the back, of course. So what is really cool is that when Nezha first came out, you can see the fire that he's using. Like, it's actually an emoji. And Nezha is famous for, you know, controlling fire and also standing on wheels that are actually Hot Wheels. So for those of you who are watching and who could not join this event, it doesn't matter. There's gonna be a lot of different metaverse events in the near future. A lot of dedicated people, a lot of people who want to promote wearables, such as Wearable DAO and other decentralized autonomous organizations. So it's really cool. Alright, the next one is actually one of my personal favorite and it's super cute. So the next piece is from BCA's designer Yu Jiawu, and the attention to detail is just way off the chart, as you can see here. The lion dance is an activity that's also widely spread in overseas Chinese community. Where there are Chinese people, there would be lion dances. So this has become an important ceremony for overseas Chinese to remind themselves of the Chinese heritage, as well as preserve Chinese culture, and also serves as a memoir to their ancestors. So as you can see, this little guy is actually a lion dance lion. So this is not a tiger, this is a lion. As you can see, it's pretty cool. So he's just chilling, just vibing. So this is a lion, not a tiger. This is a lion that you see in those traditional lion dances. So look at that attention to detail, it's just so cool. And you know, talking about overseas Chinese, right? The metaverse is also a great way for everyone to connect and also to celebrate Chinese New Year. And it's such a beautiful thing to bring something that's related to the Chinese ceremony into the metaverse as well. Alright, we're waiting for the next design. I should pretend to be using this video camera. Alright, the next design is here. So next is a continuation from the Ming Fu series by Yang from Digifun. This is the second character from the opera and he's a juggler. So he has green, blue and white porcelain jars on his head. There are a lot of decorations on his costume as well if you look closely. So this guy is actually a juggler. And then there's a lot of decorations on his shirt. And he's a character from the Ming Fu classic opera. And you can see his hat. So this is a porcelain. So he's just vibing and having a good time. Alright, coming up next is another piece from the Samurai series from Wako Sako called the Magenta Futuristic Samurai, which is inspired by the ancient armor for future skirmish protection with 5G prominently displayed on his chest, with sideboard, leg heels, horns, jetpack and propulsion on the backpack, and hands, and an LED display of the money dollar sign on his backpack. So as you can see, this is actually a samurai with a dollar sign. Look at that attention to details and that 5G on his chest. So Wako Jacko, after this fashion show, if you're watching this video, the samurai is actually from Japan. But I know you probably know, it's a very cool shirt to celebrate the Chinese New Year as well. Chinese New Year is open to all different type of countries and nationalities. So we were talking about lanterns and Chinese New Year's. So the next one that we have coming very soon as we await for the lantern's arrival. There it is. Next we have Junjun's lantern hat skirt from CT80. Using lantern as the creative material combined with the shape of the lantern, the red and yellow color makes the wearable more festive. So this is also a lantern as well. Oh, hello, lion. The lion is still vibing. Anyways, back to the show. Alright, the next design is from Cubis, who is a dynamic 3D voxel character handcrafted by the Pixel Galaxy team. As you can see, we see the panda logo on the t-shirt. This time, the yellow t-shirt is for men and the red is for women. The red is the color of the Chinese national flag and the color is Chinese red. The yellow is the golden yellow of the 5-pointed stars that you see on the Chinese national flag. The chest pattern is the national treasure panda, and the designer would like to use this opportunity to wish everybody a happy Chinese New Year. So as you can see, this is Cubis, and this is the panda, and you have the shirt with 2 different colors. And there's a national treasure panda in the middle. And look at the attention to its detail, because the panda sports, the black and white color. So, this character also has black and white colors on him or her. Pretty cool. Alright, so there Cubis goes. So everyone is just chilling, just vibing. The God of Fortune is here. Everyone's just having a good time. Look at all these decorations. It's really cool. Look at the attention to details that Wearable DAO has did. And this is all a team effort. It's really, really cool. Alright, the next one is coming up. Alright, it seems like there's some connection issue on my behalf. Let me try connect again. Oh, okay. I think it's working now. So the next one is representing Seed DAO is the word from Pomi. The tiger hat carries the hope of parents and elders for the children, hoping that they can eliminate the demons in the path and be as powerful as tigers, growing up healthily and strong. So I'm glad this stream did not disconnect, but basically this is by Pomi, and it carries the hope of parents and elders for the children, hoping that they can eliminate the demons in their path and be as powerful as tiger, growing up healthily and strong. So for those of you who are watching live and you have commented on the video, sorry I can't see the comment, I'm busy covering the story, but this is really cool. The next piece is from Pan News, and it's another tiger Cheongsam and welcomes the year of the tiger in 2022. There is also a small flower to add to the beauty of the wearable. So this is the wearable. As you can see, there's this flower that is floating. So this is also a tiger Cheongsam. So for those of you who are watching this afterwards, actually what I'm saying right now is being broadcast live at the background. So anyone who's in the van, you can click on the video and listen to my narration and also look at this design, these wonderful designs by these creative designers. And this is the flower that you can see. So this is from Pan News. Everyone's just chilling, just vibing, having a good time. So this is actually the second last piece for the second round of the fashion show, and we also have one final round, so we're all very exciting. So our final round is coming up very soon. Alright, the final round is starting. I hope you're as excited as I am because we still have some very exciting designs that are waiting to be featured. Alright, this one is actually another piece from Mecha called Beefman. The costume is a wearable design with the Chinese performance artist Jia Huan not long ago. Beefman has red and strong muscles, and being Mecha's last cat wearable, Mecha wishes everyone a prosperous and healthy Chinese New Year. So hopefully my connection will be established soon. It seems like a lot of people are on this metaverse, so it keeps saying connecting to server, but for those of you, this is Beefman, which is done in collaboration with a performance artist. So I hope everyone can see. So Beefman is just chilling. And from Mecha, they wish everyone a prosperous Chinese New Year. And we all do hope to have a better New Year. Yay! So hopefully this is still working, but the next piece is actually a very interesting piece. And for those of you who are hungry, you don't want to miss this. So you see everyone is just chilling, just vibing, having a good time, flying everywhere. And okay, it seems like I need to... Okay, I'm not going to refresh it yet. Well, hopefully it's still working. So it seems like people can still move, so I don't think I've disconnected, but it takes some time. Alright, I think there's a very slight chance that I have disconnected. Let me try again. Oh. I knew it. I shouldn't exit. So it's fine, everyone, don't worry. This is a technical issue, but I think the event is still happening, but there's an application error because everyone is just too excited and having a good time. So anyways, let us try loading a few times. If it doesn't work, we'll see what we can do. Ah, okay. So basically, this metaverse crashed for everyone. We basically crashed the metaverse, guys. We basically crashed the metaverse. And it seems like because there were too many people online at the same time and everyone's just chilling and just vibing, it just crashed. So no worries. Let us wait a bit and see how it goes. So I'm using this time, why don't I share more about this thing, this event, okay? So I didn't have a chance to talk about it. So basically, Wearable DAO is actually a DAO that started recruiting members in December the 17th. And before I continue on, I actually am not affiliated with them. They invited me to the show, and I'm very honored to cover the show for them. As you can see, it's very interesting, it's very fun, everyone is having a good time, and you actually do see a lot of creativity. So for those of you, what is Wearable DAO? Wearable DAO is a decentralized collaborative organization started by MetaCat, MetaEstate, MetaLandscape, and MetaFocus to design and produce wearable Vox for the metaverse. And the current major business type for Wearable DAOs are themes of wearable designs and production sales, cooperation with the company's metaverse t-shirt, cooperation with artists, cooperation with activities with various brands, meme series. With the increase of the members of the organization, the Wearable DAO will be designed and produced for more categories and more format of wearables in the future. So if you have design skills, if you have interesting ideas, feel free to connect with them. And this is a group of really interesting and creative people, and they make things happen. As you can see just now, they created a fashion show. I was able to cover it live, and it's so exciting, and there's a lot of culture involved in everything that you see. So I'm trying to refresh again, but I think the software has crashed for good. So let me contact the organizer to see what I can do. So there is actually a few more designs that I wanted to show all of you, but unfortunately, the system crashed, so that's a pity. But what we can do is, I'm trying to ask the designer if I could share with you the photos that they sent me that I'm actually reading to see how the designs, okay? So not as interesting as watching it live, but this is something that we could give credit to the designers that spend time designing, right? All right, so this is the next. So this was actually the one that is gonna appear next. So this piece is by MetaEstate, and it is something that I was actually looking forward to, but the system crashed. So basically, this is something that all foodies should be excited for. So during Chinese New Year, one of the tradition is to eat dumplings, right? So featured here is a dumpling filled with leeks and eggs. The overall costume is based on Chinese red, as you can see, and embellished with golden abstract patterns, and the whole white plush edging makes it traditional and cute. So according to the host, the application is working again. So, oh, yes, it's finally working. Awesome, awesome. All right, I'm going back in. Okay, we are back. It seems like this crashed for everyone, but there's no problem. As long as you persevere, as long as you try again, you can log in again and cover the event, and everyone is still here. Awesome, awesome, everyone is still here, nobody left. All right, so while the organizers are preparing for the lineup, let me just walk this through with you guys, okay? So what happened is that when you enter this Crystal Dome, which is the China Red Fashion Show, you can enter here and sign a guest book, and you can see all the exhibited artwork here. And then you can see who did this and also the artwork. So for those of you who are watching live, this is the video that you can see. So everyone is just chilling, having a good time. And then these are the artwork that you see. Not artwork, but wearables. So these were the samurais. This is the lion. Look at this. This is pretty cool, right? So these are from DigiFun. The one that's from Ming Fu, which is a classic Chinese opera. This is from MetaEstate, MetaLandscape, CTAC. Oh, starting to lag again. but I am hopeful that it will work again. So, okay, it seems like the host is trying to re-establish their connection. They're waiting to feature the dumpling soon. So we can still wait and, you know, just look at the different wearables, have a good time. All right, they're starting again now. Okay, let's see. Awesome. As long as we persevere, nothing could stop us. So it seems like it's still loading, I guess. I hope I didn't disconnect, but oh, it seems like it's not only me, but everyone is having some trouble connecting. But things happen, guys, you know, we could still persevere. Let me walk you guys through this whole venue, right? This is the video, and actually this is the backstage. So what you can see here is that what happened is that there's a lot of coordination. People have to dress up here, and then they'll come here, and then they'll walk up, and they'll walk the catwalk here. So it's very creative. There's a lot of effort put into here. Wow, this guy have a huge tiger head. So connection lost again. But why don't we look at the art here, okay? So this is the dumpling that I was talking about. As you can see, this is actually a dumpling. And so foodie, if you love food, if you love dumplings, this is the wearable for you, I guess. Alright, so I'll have to do this manually. And the next piece is actually the Nezha Series 3. Okay, this is the final piece of the Nezha Series 3. So let us go there and have a look. So this is the final piece of the Nezha Series 3. As you can see, this is by Su Chun. And this is a gym suit and also a hollow skirt, which is here, which is a hollow skirt. And at the same time, the smiling Nezha is still here and riding on his Hot Wheels, which is over here. And the designer wishes everyone a happy Chinese New Year with this design. Alright, let's go to the final submission by Digifun. And let's see where it is. Alright, this is the final submission by Digifun, designed by Yang. This character is actually a knight in the opera Da Ming Fu. So he's just standing there right now. I think it's glitching for me right now. But we can look at the character here. So this is actually the character. So this is the knight of the opera Da Ming Fu. So he has a flower crown on his head, and a bow on his hand, and a sword on the other. So this is a sword. And the main color is the combination of white and pink. And this pieces together is an image of a knight who punishes evil and promotes good. And then now to the final piece by Wako Sako. So this one is the final piece by Wako Sako, called the Mixed Futuristic Samurai. This piece is actually comprised of a mixture of pieces from the collection. This suit represents an assortment of all colors put together to display the interchangeability of the collection. This uses pieces from the Magenta, Glitch Black, and Silver suit, as well as the Crypto Coil arm. So as you can see, this is the Crypto Coil arm. And as of now, this is the final collectible, the final wearable that's gonna be displayed on this catwalk. So it seems like my connection is not loading anymore. But as of now, all the wearables by all 16 designers have gotten the chance to shine on the stage or off the stage. And we now, if this is live, we now all welcome all models to come back together to the stage for the finale. And if for those of you who is watching live, if you haven't done it, feel free to take a photo of the models, feel free to take a photo of the wearables that I just shown you just now. And everyone could join the floor and try on a wearable and walk on the catwalk. And your chance to be a model is finally here. So let me try to retry and connect. According to the host, it seems like, okay, finally, it's working. I'm so happy. All right, so this is the wearable that I was talking about, the one that I'm Ming Fu. So I hope it is working. He's dancing here. Oh, okay, and now it's not working again. Alright, so I think it's a good time to start wrapping this up because it is the connection isn't really working very well. But because I'm still live, it means that it's not my internet connection, but it's more about the server. There's too much people together. And so first of all, exciting times do pass by quickly. It is now the end of the show, and using this opportunity on behalf of the organizers, we would like to thank all 16 wearable designers and models. And without your participation, we would not have created history in the metaverse. We would like to thank the organizers, Wearable DAO, other co-hosts Meta Estate, Meta Cat, Meta Landscape, Ting DAO, Meta Focus for the support in this event, and other media partners like Blocklight, Old Daily, Pan News for the media support. This is just the beginning, and there will be more events by Wearable DAO in the future with regards to the metaverse. It is Wearable DAO's sole mission to create experiences for people to explore the possibilities of wearables and create wearables within the metaverse. So feel free to follow them on social media. And finally, we'd like to thank the Wearable DAO community for their support. And for those of you who are watching, thank you so much for your support. Your support is the greatest motivation. And just to tease Wearable DAO's upcoming event, on January the 25th, there will be a Sino-Korean Spring Festival Blessing event, and we are looking forward to your participation. Thank you, and hope that you have enjoyed this evening. This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, signing off.